And topic of discussion of today's learning session for today is the universal law number 6, which is thoughts become things. So to understand this, that why by design, what is the purpose of thoughts? What is the purpose of mind? And what is our role here as a human being? I will come to that later on. That is a spiritual aspect of looking in the overall view, bird's eye view of what we are doing here, why it was needed, and what are the things, what are the aspects of in the spirituality. That'll come then later. First, you understand that law, what it says by words, thought become things. This means anything, anything is happening in our life. First, it is created in our mind as a thought. Our means it not necessarily my mind, maybe somebody else can also create, and then later on it has been manifested, it is built or make, and that we make happen, that event may happen, or something may be built, and things like that. As for example, so if a house need to be manifested, it has to become some, the intention need to become from somebody. Somebody wants to build a house. That intention, then give it to, say, maybe some architect or something to make some design, the concept of how that the house will look like based on the intention, with the requirement of the whoever the owner of the house wants to build the house, purpose of the house, how many people will stay, how many story it will be, this kind of stuff. Then that intention the architect picked up, and then based on that the drawing is made, that this is a building, or this is the house, or this is the apartment, or whatever so it will look like. So after that concept is there, then the civil engineers and all, maybe give it to them for the construction. Maybe some construction workers or contractor will be hired to make it happen. But anyway, finally the outcome of that, when the house comes in the physical reality, before that it is already conceived earlier by the architect. No? That whole thing. So in the mind and the thought level, that house has been created, the design, that's how the drawing, etc., has been prepared. And then some action was taken so that it has been finally getting manifested. And also that the intention, or the whoever wants it, his or her emotion is involved here. Like it need to be pursued. It's not that if some intention came and then vanished, then nothing will happen. You need to pursue it, follow it. So you should be passionately following it to make it happen. But you will conceptualize it, and then somebody will work on it, and somebody it will be delivered then finally. So that's how it works. So in that sense here, so whatever we want, that we need to have first intention, then we need to emotionally pursue that, then it has to come into the thought and the materialize first, that outcome into the thoughts, and then action has been taken to finally that make it happen. I have given an example of this architect and house and all those things. It is applicable from so anywhere. Suppose you are suffering with some kind of ailment, some kind of disease. So your intention is to get cured. So then what will happen is, so first your intention, you will conceptualize, I wanted to get cured, means there will be no disease. Yeah, it came, the idea, first you came in the mind. Then what we will do, we'll do the survey, consult the doctors, and that emotion will be there, that I need to get cured, I need to come out of it. I need to come quickly. So you have fallen sick. You are just lying in the bed. You need to get up and walk and go for work, and that emotion is finally when you see yourself, when you thinking that the outcome, that you'll be healthy, you can walk again, you can run again, you can go and enjoy life, go for work, go for, visiting friends, go for traveling, etc., etc. Then that will be the motivation factor. Then you conceptualize first that you are healthy, you are back again unhealthy. Then you take some action, consult the doctors. Doctors will give some advice, some test, and this and that. Do something, or maybe some diet will be given, some medicine will be given, or some kind of, physiotherapy stuff if necessary will be given. And if you those actions when they're taken, then the healthy body is manifested back again. Same thing if you wanted to have intention having some food. Okay. So we want biryani. Okay. That's the intention. Yeah? So then in the idea, the biryani is going around, and then you have to take action. Either if you have to cook that, you have to purchase the ingredient and all those things. Ultimate image is going, you are pursuing. I wanted to have the taste of that tonight. Or you have to go to restaurant and order it on something. Some action you need to take, right? So that the ultimately end of cooking, or after ordering in the somebody maybe in the kitchen of the restaurant, it will be cooked and served in front of you, right? Then only you can eat, you can enjoy that. So have that materialistic reality. To have it first, it has to come into the mind, correct? Otherwise that will not happen. There are thousands of possibilities. We call it field of infinite possibilities. Everything is possible, but you need to first come into the thought, then emotion need to be put into it so that you can pursue it. It's not the thought come and gone, then nothing will happen. They need to pursue it, that emotional involvement should be there. You should be passionate about it, you will be wanting it and things like that. And finally, somebody need to work it, not necessarily you. Somebody else can work and make it happen. Just like giving some biryani can be prepared by some kitchen, but they are waiting for your order, what you want, and accordingly they will work and make it happen. You have to pay for it, and that's it. Anyway, so basically to get something manifested, say three things are involved here. One is, the idea has to come, there's a thought. First is the intention. Intention is before thought actually. But energy level. But for today's discussion, I'm not going into that level. Assume that intention and your thought to want it is the same. Let us assume it. So first, the thought of having it need to come first. And then it need to be energized by your passion or emotion or something. You wanted to have it, you wanted to like it, you wanted to go for that. Emotion is, in the word is having E and the motion, energy in motion. It has got a capacity to energy. Your emotion has a capacity to energize the move forward, way forward, the way to make it happen. That part, that energetically, that emotion supplies that. So now E here is emotion. E is not electronic, not email. Okay. No, so don't go into the E stuff, all the other places where it is used. Here in this case, E is energy in motion. Okay. Now, when is that? Then somebody need to take action. You need to pass it on to give it to someone. Somebody need to accept and do the work for that to make it happen in the physical reality. So anything, I'm just giving some three examples. So anything you wanted to manifest in your life, these three components are involved. First, it has to be conceptualized. First, it has to come somebody's idea that I like to have a biryani today. Otherwise, biryani will not happen. Something else will happen. Okay, that will be there. That's a different issue. But to have a particular thing, you need to have a particular idea. And that particular idea need to be pursued with some emotion. Somebody need to follow it up. Somebody to like to go behind it to make it happen. You're wanting it, or liking it, or appreciating it, or following it up. And then somebody need to take action to make it happen. Okay. All right. I think I hope it is clear. It's not it's very simple. We do it all the time. So this part is there. So that means whatever you are thinking, ultimately that get manifested. If you never thought of biryani, biryani will not come. If you think of samosa, samosa will come. Okay. Same as traveling. If you wanted to think of traveling somewhere, then that place you may be seen in some picture or somebody, some travel story you heard, so you wanted to go there. Unless until you conceptualize that you wanted to go there, the travel will not happen. You may travel somewhere else. Okay. Suppose you wanted to visit, say, Goa. Okay. To go to the Goa, the idea has to come now that I have to go to Goa. So that you have to pursue that. You will think about, oh, Goa, I will go there and enjoy and see the sea beach and all this kind of stuff. So then the emotion will take some action. You'll book a ticket or say, give a travel agent or do something, or maybe you yourself will book some kind of train, or you book a flight and you go there, book a taxi and reach there, book a hotel and stay there, something like that. Yeah, all these things, unless and you take those actions, Goa will not materialize. It will remain in the concept. But saying so, the Goa, the idea came first. That's why the Goa is happening. Otherwise, it could have happened maybe Shimla, okay, or maybe Pondicherry. You never know. So unless until the idea has come, it will not get materialized. It is very simple. Okay. If you analyze that, so the root cause of something to manifest is that idea, the thought. It first generated, from that it is pursued. So if you analyze your life, whatever in your life is manifested, it has started physical reality. I'm not talking spirituality here. Don't get confused. I'll talk about it later. Anything physical reality you have, first the idea came everywhere. Okay. Suppose you wanted to get married. Okay. Take any life example. So first the thought come that you wanted to get married. First the thought has to come. Then alliance will happen and you will fall in love with somebody and propose, or maybe you cannot get anybody, so your parents or some relative will arrange something, alliance and all these things, then you pursue it. But it comes with a thought that you wanted to get married, right? Then all this process, and you have to emotionally have to support that, yes, I wanted to get married. So then it will happen. So every time, or same thing happened with education. You wanted to give a graduate on some subject. So unless until you appear in the exam, you study yourself into that branch, and then you appear into the exam, pass the exam, then there may be some allotment process. You go through that process, then you will get the seat there in the college. Then you get degree into that. Finally, that will happen. All starts with you wanted to have that degree. So that's how it starts. Okay. Now, if you see, so what I'm saying is all aspects of our life first start with that. Now, many of you are asking that I want too many things to happen. Why they are not happening? I want so many things. And 99.99% cases that didn't happen. If it is so easy, I will think and it will happen. Why that so many things are not happening the way I want? See, these things are not happening because you have a negative thought in your mind, subconsciously or consciously. You are blocking it. You have a worry, you have a tension. What will happen if I lose money? What will happen if I fall sick? What will happen, if something goes wrong with my children, or something happens in my work, or something? All these worries, they have a power to get manifested. You have a fear, and that fear will attract that energy. That fear, that emotion will get manifested. Universe doesn't understand what you actually want. It reflects the thoughts in your mind and get presented to you. And in the higher dimension, anyway, there is no positive and negative. Whatever the type of things you are thinking, that will get manifested, rightly or wrongly. Okay. So this particular thing, it doesn't matter what you need, or, it should be logical that how come it has happened to me, because you only created it. nobody else. You are attracting that kind of energy. There is another factor is also there, by the way, that's called karmic. I'm not talking about the karmic now. No, apart from karmic, suppose there is no karmic issues there. You just, something is not happening because you are worried too much. If you constantly tell your mind that, I am having this, I am having, means already you have it, that kind of thing. Not I want to have it. If you want to have something, then always you will be in the want. Universe will take that want. Suppose you wanted to buy a car. Says, I wanted to buy a car. I wanted to buy a car. All the time you will keep on wanting to buy the car. But how you manifest? You have to tell, I have the car. Somebody said, I don't have it. Jhut mut mein kyun bolu? And that will be the block. It's a jhut mut you are telling. Your mind will take it as a jhut mut hai. You really don't want. You will never have it because it is a jhut mut. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. It will never happen. All the time it will be थोड़ी होगा. Okay, so be careful. Be careful the thoughts you choose. It has got a power. It is an electromagnetic wave. It is the electromagnetic signals that the universe is responding to. So whatever the kind of thoughts we have in our mind, and that becomes a physical reality. So be careful what you choose. All the time you are thinking negative. Yeah. People find excuses how to they think negative. Yeah? Oh, I'm so missing something. Kuch na kuch hota hi rehta. Something is happening to me, and I fall sick, and when I fall sick, then I lost money, then somebody cheated me, then some relationship went wrong, and all this kind of stuff. So all the bad. If you talk to some people, half an hour, 25 minutes of that complaining about life. Something didn't happen the way they wanted. That may be true, but as you are what you are saying is coming from your thought. No, otherwise from where that words will come. So all the time I'm thinking that injustice has happened to me, and I am been wronged, and I am not, it's unfair. Yeah. All the time, if that is the kind of thought you have, and that is the kind of life you live, it is your choice, because that will get attracted to you. These kind of energies will get attracted to you. And this is the primary reason we don't get actually what we want, because we don't, program our mind that way. At the same time, if you think that, okay, I'm grateful, I have this, I have food to eat, clothes to wear, I have a shelter to live in, and I'm healthy today, I'm breathing. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Creator, that I'm having this life. Okay. I'm having, and I'm growing, I'm improving, I'm going towards, not going, I'm having abundant, and more abundance is coming to me, coming more and more, I'm growing every day. If you do that, okay, that energy will get attracted to you. And I already explained you earlier, highest level of vibration you can have to attract some good thing in your life, to believe in the attitude of gratitude. That is the highest level of vibration you can in the human body possible. If you're grateful for everything, you will attract a lot of things happening in your life, and which is in the right direction. So, but if you just keep complaining, people go to that level as if they have a right to complain. Okay. And sometimes what happens is people take appointment with me just to tell what is the suffering they are going in their life. They take half an hour from me. I have to listen to what is the wrong thing, what is the suffering they are going through, what problem, this problem, that. I started discouraging it. I said, I'm not here to listen to all your problems. Because it's not that I'm imposing my liking, disliking on the other person, because it will be harmful for that person. You will attract more. You will attract more of those things what you wanted to get rid of. So don't verbalize, don't put it up things. And particularly healers, we are not doctors. Doctor need to diagnosis of what is the problem. Healers, they don't need. They don't know, they know where you need to go. You need a healthy body, you need a abundance, financial abundance, you have a perfect relationship with everyone. That's what you need. All your problems comes into these three category or combination thereof. First is money oriented, wealth, job, property, business, earning. Second is health related, disease or this and that. And third is relationship related. If we channel healing for financial abundance and then uh, your perfect health and good relation with others, all others, whether it is a personal or family or office or relatives, doesn't matter, family, all friends. If you have these three, I'm sure 99% of your problem will be solved. I don't think there'll be anything left for most of you. It can be combination. Like my brother has cheated my father's property. He is not giving me the fair share. So here the money and relationship involved. I have just suddenly I discovered, I got a cancer. I have to go for a treatment, and the clinics, the nursing homes, they are charging me huge amount of money. I lost all my savings. So here finance and health involved. Okay. So like that. So it is all about, it may be combination thereof. Only healing we need, where to go. Why should I spend time in analyzing what the problem you went through? No need. I'm not saying everybody has a problem, so what a big deal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you want to come out of what you have, then you have to think differently. I'll repeat. If you wanted to get a different life, you think differently, life will change. Otherwise, you keep on getting whatever you are getting so far, the way you think and way you think it is, you have a right to think that way, yeah? Okay, so it is not about that. It is about choosing the thoughts that will change your life. Okay, now let me address about the spiritual aspects of it. See, we are created by the creator, the one, the universal consciousness. So universal consciousness created a soul consciousness, the individual consciousness, the part of it. It has given some kind of soul's journey to experience different things. So it is the soul's responsibility to have those experiences. It has to create its own reality. So to work in the three-dimensional reality, it need to have it need to plan it and execute it. So it has been given brain, it has been given the body to experience that. So thoughts are needed. Why needed? Because thoughts are needed to create the reality, what you are supposed to experience in this life. So by design, the mind has been given to you so that you can plan. As I said, suppose you wanted to be an, say, engineer. A lot of us here, we are from our engineering college. First, you have to intention that, yes, I wanted to be an engineer, then study the science, and then appear in the joint entrance exam, and then okay, get into the interview, get a college and get a degree, engineering degree. Similarly, so this you need to get it, work on it. First, the mind is needed to plan that, find out which is the good college and what is the study subject you need to study, then study it and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So make that into the reality to happen. So you need to have that kind of intelligence by your soul will be giving you that kind of intelligence, that kind of, so that you can get educated. Okay, if soul may choose not to give you enough intelligence, you will never pass through that exam. Okay, if soul wants to lead a life of a lever, it will not give you the intelligence what is needed to crack a engineering exam. Okay, anyway, it's all soul's choice. I'm not saying good and bad here. I said the level of intelligence given based on the type of life is planned. And accordingly, the people, they go pursue it, and then they have to take action to make it happen, that I explained earlier. If you don't take action, your intelligence, nothing will happen. Okay. Maybe it will pass on to the next life or so and so forth. But that life, it will not happen unless until initiative is taken and the action has been taken and actually it is being performed. Okay. Anyway, so mind is important. It is given to plan your life, to go for education, that you need that to memorize things and all this kind of stuff, and then take action so that reality it will happen. Source. This part, listen very carefully. Spiritual level, source has only one thing to do, to create. It keep on creating. The creator is keep on creating lives, creating universes, creating different things. Yeah. And most of the things that higher dimension, most of the things you don't know, you don't need to, but there are, every time it is being created. That's why many the masters, they say the universe is expanding. It's growing. Anyway, so because it's keep on creating. By the way, I'm not checking the population on Earth. Don't get confused with the universe with the population on Earth. There's nothing to do with that. Okay. So now, as a representative, a small part of the creator, our job is only to create. To create in third dimensional reality, we need to plan. And that's why the mind comes. That's why the thought comes. It is by design, it is given to us so that we can plan and make those things happen in the physical reality. We need an identity. We need to have something to achieve for and all this. And that's why ego has been given to us. The mind, body, intellect package, you want to achieve something, that's called ego in the third dimensional reality. That is given by design. If I don't have ego, I cannot operate in the third dimensional world. I have to compete, I have to earn money, I have to get this thing. I need ego to get it done in that sense. So up to here, if we hear up these things, the thoughts are needed and we need that ego and all those things. Somebody say, come on, so far you are teaching that egos are bad and go to no thought. I'm practicing daily 1 hour to get that's no thought. And now you're telling thoughts are good. What you wanted to say? Okay. So let me give that understanding. Yeah. See, what we are talking, this is a law number 6. It is very earlier stages of the human life we have. There will further will come where it will be not needed. But initially you do need. We are talking about the external world. I'm just underlining external world. For external world, thoughts are needed, ego is needed. They are not bad. The way you use it, it is maybe bad. That's why I give example of say it's a electricity. Electricity itself is not bad, but if you touch that electric socket, you will get shocked. No, that maybe people may die out of electricity. That's not electricity's fault. And electricity can be harnessed, and it can give you light, it can be air conditioned, refrigerator, and many things. You use it for proper purposes. So you can use that energy for your own good, your own purpose, to live a good life. Same with the thoughts. Same with the thoughts. Thoughts are needed to plan something. I told you, for your education, you wanted to get cured, you wanted to have it, even eating something, you need a thought, what you will eat. You need that. Okay. It is needed. But the problem of the thought is, in the spiritual journey, thought become your noise. In internal journey, external needed. Internal, when you wanted to pursue higher connection with your soul, it becomes an interference. So in the electricity, you have a choice. You can switch off and the light will go. But here, you don't have the switch to stop your thoughts. And there lies the problem. That's why we all learn how to do it. How to switch off when it's not needed. It's coming unwantedly and interfering into our spiritual journey, connection with our soul. That's why you need to go to the no thought zone. Thought itself is not bad. It is about our uncontrollability of the thought, that is the problem. I hope it is clear what I mean. Yeah. So for that journey, we have to learn how to stop our thoughts and to pursue that. Suppose your air conditioner is running. Now it is winter has started. Okay. Already temperature has dropped, maybe say 20 degrees centigrade. In Dubai, 20 is very high, very low, but maybe other places it doesn't matter. Suppose outside, it is already 20 degree, very comfortable, but AC is still 18 degree, it is cooling you, further. Think of the situation. You don't need it, but it's keep on giving the cooling. So it become a torture, no? You wanted to get rid of it, you cannot getting rid of it. Same with the thoughts. When you don't need it, you should be able to switch it off. AC we don't need, it's winter, we need to switch off AC. It's in our hand, but thought is not. That is why the problem is. AC itself is not a problem. Okay. We do need air condition at the certain time of the year or certain time of the day. We need that. But the problem is when we don't need, we should be able to stop it. In the thought, we cannot. That we need to learn. It is an energy, but thoughts are electromagnetic waves and all this, but you need to know how to stop. That is what the sadhana is all about. All right. So now to manifest anything, if you can hold a single thought for 65 seconds, one single thought in your mind, it will get manifested. Also, of course, it will also depend upon your own vibration. If you PVF, if you vibrate lower than 250, it will never get manifested, whatever you wish for, or whatever the thoughts are. If you go to 250 plus, it may take years. If you go 500 plus, it may get weeks or months. And you go 700 plus, it is much quicker. The higher you go, maybe in the very high level, 700 is enlightenment. Very high level, like I have already discussed about Reverend Alex Orbito and all. So just estimated, his PAVF will be around 2000. It can be done instantly. You can put your hand into your body and get the negativity out. Instantly, the body get healed instantly. I have done in my body. I have shown you that the pictures and all those things. So the healing happen instantly, which normally other people, if somebody has a cut in the stomach, it will take 1 month to get healed. So that kind of power. Higher you PVF you go, it become more faster, instantly manifested. All right. So now the thing is to lead, to change, to take away is to change your life, you have to change your thinking pattern. Okay. If you can manage to, in the spirituality, if you manage to go to the no thought, you open up infinite possibilities. I'm not there, you go beyond the good and bad thing, like only good thought, pep talk, and all this kind of thing, visualization and all this kind of stuff. It may be some help. But if you wanted to touch upon the infinite possibilities, then you have to go no thought, connect to your soul consciousness. Soul knows everything, it's all the power. Then you draw that and you manifest that. Okay, that is the best way possible. So that is the spirituality we are pursuing, to get that kind of transformation. So you are always connected and you gets it. Our soul is inner guru. It knows best what is in the best interest of us. So if we get connected, live a life in the full alignment with your soul's plan, then everything get manifested. We need not to do much. It will happen to us. If we don't block them with the thoughts and doubts and things like that, then it will happen. It will happen in the in the normal course, and that is the way to lead a good life in the fully aligned with our soul's plan. So I have explained about the thoughts and how it works and how these kind of things is manifested. So I'll take some questions now. If you have any question, then bring it forward. So yes, Shubir.
You were talking about this ego, third dimensional reality. What are the first two dimensions? I was trying to understand. Why do you relate ego with third dimensional reality?
No, third dimension means physical reality. you know,
Three
okay,
dimensions.
like if you say the length, width, and depth, these are the three dimensions,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah. See, and there is, okay, let us start from the geometrical point of view. One dimension is a dot. Say that is the life of a, what is called, like a stone or a rock. Our soul's journey starts with a mineral kingdom, okay, then enter into plant kingdom. Mineral kingdom is like single dimension, like a dot. It doesn't grow, it doesn't change with time, it is same shape, same millions of years, correct? We have that kind of life. Then we go to the two-dimensional reality. Two-dimensional means like a plant. It can grow vertically, but it can little bit grow here, but it cannot move. Okay. So you can say in that sense that second dimensional reality is for the plants and trees. From a mineral kingdom to plant kingdom. We have a three-dimensional reality. It has become the animals who can move around. Okay, they have insights, but earlier also plant having. So three-dimensional realities where you can move around and look at something, feel it, touch it, and this thing, that is a three-dimensional reality. Yeah.
Okay.
Fourth dimensional reality is actually that here comes the time. You have this kind of abilities like these thoughts and all. You can feel what is, you have a past, you can learn about the past, you can think about the future. Okay. So you have the concept of time is involved here. The animals, they don't know about this time. They just live their life. It goes there and matter finishes. Okay. And this to do that. Some animals they do. Some of the animals they do have that memory and they can understand that. The lower category animal they don't understand that. And they just leave that present things and that's it. So human beings are also having higher animals and they have the fourth dimension, the time geometrically. They have that. They have a sense of time. They can measure time. They can watch, what is the time now. I can do that. I'm just giving some kind of broader example. I'm not going saying each and everything can be solved there. It's not that easy, but I'm just giving you some just overall broad idea how to do that. Normally, we live in the third dimensional reality with fourth dimensional mind. Okay, we can move around and we can also be aware of time. Time and space to be particular. Space is the three-dimensional plus time, fourth dimension. Okay, so we go into this play. Yeah. If we have a very good, and we can plan ahead and do that little bit of fourth, but we mostly live in the third. So that's how we live. Right. So third dimension reality, which is physically having length, width, and breadth. That is you can see and touch. That's it. Okay. So that's the three-dimensional reality. Most of the people they live in this three-dimensional reality go up to fourth because they experience the time and that's it. Their life is over. They do it again and again and again. Only human has a capacity to go beyond fourth, which is a fifth dimension. And fifth dimension is a spiritual. There is no time and space there. Okay, they understand time and space created to have third dimensional reality. It is a screen to play the movie. Movie is third dimensional, but the time and space created so that you can have that. You can have a different life or different time. You have a childhood and old age and all those kind of stuff because of the time. You can move around, you can grow, that space is involved here. Okay, so that is the experience. When you have enough of that experience from the human, you go to the being level. Being. Only human has a capacity to get enlightened. Animals, they don't. Okay. And for that, there also something comes about only the people who can have the vertical, what is called backbone, or they can get enlightened. The Kundalini awakens and the vertically. Okay. Anyway, that is the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension is a spiritual dimension, but you can get through spiritual practices that you go beyond this level. And then there is no time and space there. Okay, so that is the fifth dimension. This is the understanding was, this is the summary of our soul's journey. Here, soul starts with that one-dimensional life, like a rock and mineral kingdom, then plant kingdom, then animal kingdom, and from there it becomes human. And there is enough of human life. Last 7 of human lives, they get a chance to, get out of it completely, go to fifth dimension, and from there they exit this plane altogether. Okay, so that is the understanding.
Okay, thank you, Razi.
All right. Okay. Any other question?
Yes, Rajdeep, I had a question.
Anindra, I'll come back to you. Roy, I'll come back to you. Chaitali, go ahead.
Guruji, you said whatever we manifest, if our vibration is high, then we may get it. Sometimes we get lots of surprises in our life, which we don't manifest. What is that then?
Because that is subconsciously you are attracting. You consciously, you don't know.
Okay.
Subconsciously, your fear is attracting those.
Okay.
Whatever you don't like, that is a fear. But if the same is getting attracted unconsciously, you are not consciously looking for it. Of course not. Why you will look for it? But unconsciously, you have some worry or phobia about something that get attracted. So when we clean it, we have to clean all our mental, different conscious, subconscious, and all those things. Finally, we surrender to super conscious mind. Then they take over, then all this nonsense that goes. Okay, so that I normally explain in the states of mind, and we have a presentation on that. I explain. It will come in the universal law. Some stage it will come. You will understand that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, Roy, go ahead.
I think I had asked this question earlier also. How does one measure one's PEVF or the frequency?
Okay. This has come out as a research book of Dr. David Hawkins, Power versus Force. So you need to read that to understand from where this PEVF is coming. Okay. They have done a lot of experiment and all those things, but I'll give you some practical tips. Okay.
Yeah.
Practical tips is that is called thought, your thought journal. The quality of your thought, what you have internally, you don't have to tell anybody. The quality of your thoughts will determine which level of vibration you are in. If they are mostly negative, you have to just do an exercise. I give something like, in a mobile, you can set something as some timer. After 1 minute, you will give some blip or ring or ting or something like that. This kind of arrangement, if you can make, and so you are thinking with a piece of paper and with a pen. So you're just sitting and thinking something. When it rings, just write 2 words. What is going on currently in your mind? So maybe you do this exercise from 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes. So there'll be 10 lines written there. Now you analyze what is the type of thoughts you had that time in last 20 minutes or thing like that. If they are mostly negative, mostly worry, mostly tension, mostly negative, then you are in the negative PVF. Negative means less than 250.
Is that 250? Okay.
If it is, and if the category is, it is a positive, you are hopeful, you wanted to do something, you have to plan, and you need to do your duty, and you have to, how to make people how to do your family duty, how to take care of this. If this is the kind of stuff, then you are in the positive territory.
Okay.
With courage, you have to how to deal with some issue came, how to deal with it, and this is the kind of thinking, you are in the positive territory. 500, when it crosses, your heart chakra opens, your pure love comes, your compassion comes. Okay, that is the time you need to find out that mostly those kind of thoughts which come, how to help others, how to make others aware of it. So it is all about, mostly about that how to help others, how to do for something for others, and these kind of thoughts. And these kinds of thoughts will make, which is for the other, you become compassionate, whatever, rather than complaining, you are saying what service I can be of. If this is the category, you are 500 plus. And 700 plus is the enlightenment category. There it actually means nothing belongs to you. Okay, your thoughts are completely surrendered. Like whatever divine wants to do for the humanity, so your all effort and all thinking is how to make it happen, how to make it manifested. And then it is not limited to something for the other. You started thinking for the humanity. And you got guided. Only thing, the thoughts and everything is surrendered. So you cannot claim this is my thought. But which direction it is going, the humanity is going, what role you can play to do that. So very common is your thoughts will be how I can hold the light. Hold the energy so that others can utilize it. You can distribute your means how many ways it can go to the many people to get benefit of that. So that will become the type of thinking in that level. Healing. Okay, so how you think, that becomes which level of PVF is possible. So far, there is no instrument found which can measure this directly, like as a value. But in future, it will come that they are working on vagus nerve and heart rate variability. There's some factor, the research going on. But after that, it will come that they test like some ECG and then tell you this is your PVF. Yeah. It is coming, but not yet.
What are the units? Like when you say 250 or 500, is it hertz or what would it?
It's a hertz, but the scale is logarithmic.
Yeah, okay.
It's a hertz.
It's in hertz.
Cellular vibrancy. Our body cells vibrate, not brain. The brain has a different vibration. Cellular vibrancy should be higher. What we practice in 108 stomach breathing, that one.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that the stomach breathing helps in increasing your PEB.
Yeah. See, your idea is not to measure it. What do you do if I tell you you are vibrating and 305? How does it, change your life or something? Wherever you are, you want it to grow. So practice those spiritual practices, you will keep on growing. Till there is upper side, there is no limit. As I was just giving example of Reverend Alex Orbito, we feel that he is vibrating 2000. We don't know actually, maybe more. And what are the symptoms? What are the kind of characteristics you can have? Yeah. So in the naked eye, he can see your full body, where negativity is. Like a transparent glass, your body. So you can understand what kind of thought he may be having. He can understand your thoughts. You can read your mind. So you don't need to have your own thing. Yeah. So their level is just to how to help, not to criticize. If you vibrate in the lower, you may be criticizing if you come to know what is the thought of somebody else. But if you vibrate in the higher level, you will not criticize. You try to help.
Right.
You see, like I give an example, like we went to see an asylum, mental patients thing. Somebody came and shouting and abusing you verbally. You will have a compassion against that person. No? You know that he is coming from asylum, he is mentally not well. Your compassion would come. This compassion, it comes because you know that they are coming from mental asylum. If you vibrate in the 700 class, all over the world, the people you see, somebody not awakened. Only they're sleeping, like spiritually. Yeah. They have everything. They have soul and all this kind of stuff. It's nothing unique about somebody. The only thing awakened, they know that they feel the compassionate about somebody is not behaving well. There's no enmity involved, no retaliation involved. So that kind of thought. Okay, God bless you.
What is the name of that book from David Hawkins, you said?
Power versus Force.
Power versus Force.
Okay, it is available in Amazon and things like that also. Dr. David Hawkins, his research, 40 years of research he has done. He was working on consciousness mapping to quantify consciousness. Okay, read that. It is an interesting book.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Rajdeep, I had one question.
Yes, go ahead.
So, due to physical problems, say some physical problems, is it possible that the PEVF gets impacted and we drop in vibrational frequency? Yeah, that's that.
This is actually, I'm just thinking how to put it. There are two ways to look at it. Okay. PVF has dropped. That's why disease has happened. Otherwise, disease could not have happened. The high vibration people, the disease normally they don't happen. Okay. So in that case, answer is yes, but PVF itself doesn't cause it. It is caused by something, and that your PVF get dropped because of something else. Because of negative thinking and hatred and jealousy and all the anger and all this kind of stuff. PVF get, and then somebody has developed the disease, but disease has been developed. It is a symptom is low vibration. Symptom is less PVS. That is yes. But PVF itself didn't create it. Created by something else.
Yeah, but is it a vicious cycle? Because after that, if my physical condition is such, then I will not be able to practice the regular kriya, and then again my behavior will go low, and then again, is it a cycle?
Again, this is again two different issues here. Yeah. So, see, if you are not say physically well, so this practice is one method. There are many other methods you can raise your vibration. Sound healing is one. If a spiritual master comes and give you holy hug, you get instantly. Yeah. Disease they run away. Yeah? There are many cases happen. Even the cancer patient they get healed. So because of that kind of, I told about Alex Orbito. Alex Orbito, this kind of things, if he touches somebody, it itself is a healing. The jump, it goes up. So there are many methods, but what the practice is needed without any external help, how to sustain it. For that, yes, you need that. But if you're so sick, you cannot get up, you cannot practice. For that, you need to heal first, come to the normal. Then you take over that from the practice to do that. Okay. Yeah, so it is not a vicious cycle. You need to get healed first so that you can start practicing that again so that you can sustain that. Okay, but there are other methods that can be done if you're sick to get it to the normal mode. It's all possible.
Thank you, Riz.
All right.